Hello there, beautiful ladies. I wanted to put this video out just about my upcoming workshop and just sort of give everyone a little bit of an insight as to what my workshops are about at this stage. Doing that from the beach in Unawatuna in Sri Lanka, and I'm going to give you a little snippet of what this hotel's like or where I'm sitting. So beautiful beach, surf, reef. You can go out on a boat, kind of do whatever. I've just come back from 2 hours at the Ayurvedic spa, getting scrubbed and pummeled with herbs and all of that good stuff. Oh my God, so yummy. Anyway, I don't want to make this too long, so I'm going to jump into my masculine kind of quickly and get to the point of what this is about. I'm keeping my sunnies on because the sun is like literally shining straight into my eyes. So yeah, the workshops that I do, the 1-day workshop that I currently have called Unfuck Yourself, and it's about creating confidence in women, creating a self-confidence that a lot of times we've lost. Yeah, we lose that over time. Maybe we never had it to start with. So creating self-confidence in every aspect of your life, that'll be in relationships, in your love life, in your personal life, in your work life, and in your life of loving yourself. We talk a lot about, it's a women's only workshop. It's kind of like a sacred women's circle almost. And we talk a lot about relationships, sensuality, and being present, just being completely present in the present moment. I just learned something recently called, I've just been on a yin yoga training, an advanced yin yoga training in Sri Lanka here. And we learned something called the worry hour, which is something that I'll bring in. It's an amazing tool for being completely present and dealing with your issues and then getting on with life every day, like not having to just nitpick at yourself all day, which a lot of us do. Working towards your life purpose. So a lot of us are kind of stuck in the rut of, oh, I can't do that, I have kids, or oh, I'm not rich enough to do that, or and we just get stuck in this rut of like every day is the same. We never seem to be going anywhere, and that's just rubbish. It's just shit. I've just come back from 3 weeks in Thailand with my kids. I have 2 kids, and now I'm spending 2 weeks in Sri Lanka. I mean, life is what you make it, and I hope that I can show you that if I can do it, anyone can do it. Honestly, I'm not super rich. I'm not a superstar. I think we can all live our life by design. Okay. Communicating with men is a big part of the workshop, and we just have to remember that men are not furry women. They're not. They don't communicate like us. So if we are going to get what we want from men in the most loving and honourable way, then we need to speak their language. Yeah. And we need to be in our feminine, and most of us, especially country women, I find, have lost that because we're so damn, we've got to be such organizers, especially if we have kids. We've got to be in the masculine of, this has to be done here, this has to be done there, you've got to go there, you've got to do this, I've got to do this, I've got to get to work, I've got to be there. That's a masculine thing to do, like time frames. And a feminine thing is like being in your flow, being in your yin. The yang is the masculine, the movement, the strength, whereas the feminine is the fragility and the fluidity and the softness. So yeah, anyway, so we talk about that. We talk about communicating with men and like really nut out and practice some key ways that you can completely turn around your relationships with the men in your workplace, your bosses, your colleagues, with the men in your personal life, your brothers, sons, fathers, uncles, not aunts, uncles, grandfathers, whatever, and the men in your love life. So maybe you don't have a partner, maybe you're looking for one, so we can really like work on that. Maybe you have a man and things aren't as good as they used to be. We can turn that around. How to get him to do those little things that he once did when you met, how to bring that excitement back into it, and to have him treat you like a queen that he once did at any age. Yeah. It doesn't matter if you're 18 or 85. And how to know the signs of what a man wants from you. Does he just want to, or does he want to date, or does he want to have a full-on relationship? Does he want to marry you? Like, there's such easy signs that men give off when they want different things from us, and so we talk about that. I'm going through a little list of notes here. I'm being really in my masculine, trying to get this video done. So, and it's not a workshop where we're emasculating men at all. We're not saying, men don't know what we want, blah, blah, blah. Quite the opposite. So if you're a man and you're watching this and you have a woman in your life, then you might like to send her, because this is about honoring men and no longer emasculating them and making them feel like we're snipping their nuts out from under them. This is about learning to communicate with men so that men understand us, rather than us just expecting ESP all the time. Expecting, how can he not know what I want? Like, ladies, men aren't like that. They're not like us. And which is a freaking beautiful thing, because as you'll know, as women, we're always jumping to conclusions about what other women are thinking and who's judging us and all this sort of shit. So that comes into it as well, into the workshop. So yeah. What else do I want to say here? And getting your man to do anything that you want him to do from a place of love and honoring of him. Yeah. So also we cover like breaking free of the rut that becomes life. I think I covered that, no longer living this stagnant life and being stuck in the, I can't, or things I'm not lucky enough to have those opportunities, or whatever. Everyone, we have one life, that's it, as far as I can tell. And so we need to live the absolute living shit out of it, because that's it. Like, who wants to go to the grave just being like, I wish I did this, I wish I did that. And so many times people have gone into hospitals and talked to all of the really ill people that are dying and asked them what was their one regret. Not doing exactly what I wanted in life, holding back for whatever reason. Yeah, so we're going to delve into that a little bit. The other thing we do is we cover some sensuality, and some of the feedback from the workshop has been phenomenal in the from women who are in relationships, especially. The feedback has been like, honoring my man in this completely different way has changed the way that we do our bedroom. Yeah, pretty much, without divulging too much info. So just feeling sexier than ever, and understanding how to do that in your life. I was brought up really masculine, and that's okay. Like most of us are, especially country kids, brought up really masculine and toughen up and harden up and get this done, and we got to go there, you need to organize this. We're doers, and that's a beautiful gift. But then we need to be able to, if we're going to have a successful relationship with any man in our life, we have to soften and become more fluid and understand how that changes things. And honestly, for me, I've only just learned how to do that in the last few years. Yeah, so it's amazing the changes in all of the relationships with men in my life. So I'm really excited to share that with you. And being truly authentic is another thing we cover in the workshop. Getting into your body and being truly present and truly authentic. And in that, I want to say that especially if you're coming to a workshop where you know other people are going to come to the workshop and you're holding back because you think, oh God, I don't want her to know my business, or I don't want my business getting around town, or I don't want people judging me, or, I've been in the same situation. And I get what that's like, but what you have to start realizing is that we're all the same. All of us women, even when you look at a woman, you think, oh, you know, she's not the sort of woman I'd hang around with, or she looks bitchy, or she said something mean, or whatever. We're all the same. We're all fighting the same battle of mostly trying to pretend we're somebody that we're not, trying to make out that our life is perfect, which fuck knows it's not. Like, we all have trials and tribulations every day of the week. And once we realize that these other women that are, and once we let down our guard and let people in, it completely changes our lives. So if you're worried about other women coming to the workshop that that you don't want to be judged by, let that shit go and just come. You can share what you want. You don't have to share anything. You don't even have to participate. Just be there and soak it all up, because even that will give you amazing results. And in my experience, the hardest part is pressing the book button and turning up, like coming. Like, some people will book and they'll be like, oh, now I'm not sure, and I might make up lots of excuses to get myself out of it, and because they're scared, and that's okay. Like, we're all scared, but honestly, doing this kind of work in yourself, for your relationship, for your work life, for yourself is something that changes lives. Like, it's changed my life. It's changed a lot of the lives of the women who've come to the workshops. And connecting with women, and if you're anything like me, I grew up without a lot of girlfriends, and now my life is really different to that. I have a lot of girlfriends, and I surround myself with beautiful women who create this soft space, and we look after each other, and we look out for each other, and we care about each other. That's something that, once again, I've only just learned in the last sort of 5 or 6 years. And it's been one of the most amazing things, to stop having to feel like I'm protecting myself from women, like, I don't want to be judged. I don't want to be seen like that. I don't want them to think something that I'm not. Fuck that. Once you let that stuff go and become start learning how to soften, and start learning how to be around women and be around men, then your life will transform. Yeah, I reckon. Yeah. What else do I want to say? Just if you're worried for some reason about coming to a workshop, all I would say is, and I'm not trying to get you to come for my financial gain at all. I want to share this work with every woman ever. Like, what it's done for my life has been incredible. Like I said, I've always lived in my masculine, and now that I've softened and I've learned how to communicate with men, the relationships in my life are wow. Like, with women and men, and the workshops for any age woman, from, I would say, late teenager to to above and beyond. So if you have a woman in your life that you would like to see soften, and to see enjoy her life, and to really like step into her power, into her feminine power, then send her, gift her this. If you're a woman and you want more from your life, then fucking get on the train and buy the ticket and get on the train. Yeah, that's all I can say. But if you have any questions, you can always ask me anything. And I really, really, honestly, from the deepest part of my heart, I know you can't see my eyes right now because the sun's shining straight into them, but from the deepest part of my heart, I honestly hope that you will let me share this work with you, because it's life-changing. It has been for me and many others, as I've said. So signing off from Sri Lanka, and I hope to see some of you really soon at a workshop. All right, love.